Hello guys, XElitePandaGamesX here, and today I'm back with part 2 of PermissionsEx tutorial. So last part we did the installation of how you install it. We ran through the config, very short, so ran through that quickly, about 20 seconds. And I also showed you in Notepad++ how to add groups, make groups, add permissions, do the prefix, suffix. One thing I didn't show you was the rank, but I'll quickly pop in back to Notepad++ and I will show you. I'll show you how to do that. I forgot the link in the last one. I'll be sure to add it. If I forget again, like I'm always useless at leaving links, just give me a shout, like Panda, you left the link out, and I'll go ahead and I will add it in. So yeah, first things first, I believe we're going to be doing most of it from the console, but we might be doing some of it in game as well. So I quickly just paused the video and got up a Pex Command Refrence, since I really can't remember the commands, but when I know what command I'm looking for, then I'll know what it does, hopefully. So let's go ahead, open up Console. For the sake of this tutorial, I already started my server. As you can see, no errors, just a Bukkit update thingy. I don't know. So let's see. So first of all, you can start off by going Pex Group, and this will display all your groups. So I've only got default and member. And the main thing you want to do, so say you had like 10 groups, the group that like you joined first, or you want to be like the lowest rank, you want to give the highest number. So say like out of these two groups, you'd probably do 100 here and 0. So usually 0 being the owner and 100 being like just default guest or newbie or whatever you call like your lowest rank. So to do that, I believe it's Pex Group, and let's set it for default. Set. Is it set? Set. And we want to set the rank and the value. So like the number of what you want to set the rank, and we want to set it to. So we got two groups. So I'm going to set this to 100. And if we do Pex Group again, no slash, fail, Pex Group. And as you can see, it says 100 here. Let me just quickly go ahead and open up Notepad++. That's not it. I believe that's not it. Is it this one? Here you go. Here it is. So now you can see it adds a new column, options, which is lined up with, I believe it's 2 spaces, so 1, 2, and then you put the rank number in. I don't think there's any other options. Actually, I think if I the prefixes come under that as well. So if I quickly just set a prefix, so this is what you do. As you can see, it says the values here. So you want to do Pex Group, because we want to do this for a group, not just a user. So you're going to do Pex Group, and then obviously that's supposed to say group, so the group name. And you want to do set, and then option, so we want to set a prefix, make sure there's a space in between these two, and then the prefix. Unlike here where you had to do these little tab things, you don't have to do that in the console, it just adds it automatically. So as you can see, there's no prefix for default, so let's go and add one for default. I believe AMP5 is purple, and let's just call it guest. This doesn't have to be the same name as what the group name is, this can be absolutely anything. So let's go ahead, add that. And say you added a command, So let's reload that. Say you added a command and you wanted to reload it without reloading the whole server, or like making everyone kicking everyone off and reloading it and saving it and all that. You don't even have to put your server down. Just to make the plugin reload the permissions, you do Pex reload, and like say you change the user from a group to another group, his or hers account will automatically change. So that's neat, and it reloads it fast. Pex reload, and it literally comes up instantly. So as you can see, I just added the prefix, and prefix comes up under options too, so you can tab that. I believe that suffix would come under here as well, so if we do suffix, I believe I'm spelling this right. I don't know, anything random, just see, and there you go, reload it again, and also the suffix comes under it. They're the three values I know, so that's that. And if you don't know what prefix and suffix is, then I'd recommend going back and watching part 1 if you forgot or whatever. Okay, I just had to quickly pause the video because I had to go and do something quick. But you guys didn't even realise that was like 1 second for you. Next thing is inheritance. I believe this comes under options as well, actually. I think it actually comes here, and I don't think I covered this last video, but what inheritance is, this will save you a lot of hassle if, say, you wanted each the same. So say I wanted member to inherit this permission, or all the permissions that default group gets. That's technically what inheritance does. So say default has spawn rules, like these permissions, like spawn rules, help, help op, all those, and you didn't want to go writing them out all again, then you can just use these inheritance and go ahead and put in default, and then member will have all the permissions that default have. But even still, say there was one command that you didn't want member to have, like say you had a promoting system that only default wanted access to, where they could promote themselves to member. You can also just like do inheritance again, and like I showed you in the previous video, negative the permission that you don't want. So that's another easy way of doing it. I don't believe I talked about inheritance, but anyway, that's what inheritance is if I didn't talk about it. So if you want to set inheritance of a group, you want to go ahead and do Pex group. Pex group, and they call it parents in the command for some reason. So you want to do parents set. Oh, sorry. You need to. I just missed that out. You want to do Pex group, and then obviously the group name. So we want to make member. I believe this is how it works, and whatever group you put here, it will inherit whatever group you put here, I believe. So let's go ahead and find out. Oops, I just got rid of it. Pex group member set parents set, and we want to set default. So let's put that and reload it, and here you can see that you've got the inheritance of default. So this lines up with all the default permissions and options thing. I don't think it comes under options, so if we wanted I don't know, default to inherit, say you had a lower group, wanted default to inherit guessed. Let's see if it will inherit group that isn't made. And there you go. It will now inherit guess if that was lower. But I believe it has to be like lower than it. Like the rank number has to be like a higher number than it. Not too sure. I think you can just do any, but I believe it has to be different. What else? So inheritance doesn't come under options, I don't think. Yeah, it's a separate one. And just a quick thing that I don't know how to do, but I know it is possible, that you can set permissions to a group or a user for a certain world. So if you say you had a creative world and you wanted them to be able to use fly in or game mode in the creative world, but when they went to the nether that they can't use creative, so obviously you just add it for a certain world. So what I believe you do to add a permission for a certain world is group, Pex group and group. So let's give this to member, and we want to add the permission. Let's call it essentials dot fly, and we want to add this to the world called, I believe it's just called world. So let's go ahead and add it to world. So you want to do a space in between here, sorry. So as you can see here, Pex group, the group name, add, and then the permission, and then to what world. So go ahead, enter that, and I believe, how does it show it? So you got worlds, and then permission, so then you got the world name, and then all the permissions for that world. So I'm afraid you have to configure the permissions for each world, unless there's like inheritance, so you can inherit stuff between each world, but I don't think that's possible. Okay, sorry for any of the background noise. So I'm just going to go over the basic commands that I should have gone over first, and then I'll probably wrap up that video. So to add permissions, you kind of get the gist now. Pex, that's what every command begins with, I believe. Group, so if you want it for a group, you put group and then the group name. If you want it for a user, you put user and then the user's name. So we want to add the permission for member, and just like we did, I believe, we did member, and then you do add, and then you do space the permission node. And if you just want to generally add it, then just go ahead and just put the thing, but don't put the world at the end. So go just general permissions essentials.spawn. So I think this means they can use it in any world or dimension if you just do it without a world name at the end. I think it means like worlds is in nether and end, like you configure permissions there, and if you have a plugin called multiverse, you could probably also use that as well. So you can also use here the command called Pex promote. So say they were in default and you did Pex promote user. Don't know what this ladder is. If there's only one ladder, it will be name. I think you put the rank number in there, I believe. I'm not too sure. Or maybe the group name. But I think you can just do Pex promote L.1. Anyway, if you know what ladder is, leave that down in the comments. I personally don't. But you can use that command, and it will say the person was in default and you did this Pex promote user. It will just go from here to here. Or like the next one up, if you get what I mean. So say this is rank 100 and this is rank 99. It's closer to 0, isn't it? So it ranks them the next up one in the ladder. Demo does the exact same, but just like from higher rank to a lower rank. So that's that. So what I've also been playing with, or just saw as I paused the video there, is that you can add time permissions. So you just do this group, Pex group name, timed space add space the permission node, and then you want to do it for how long. So if you just do 1, it'd be 1 second. If you do it for, say you wanted it for 1 minute, you'd put 1M. For 1 hour, 1H, 1 day, 1D, and there you go. It's all in seconds, so, and you can do 1 week as well, and 1 year if you really wanted to. Don't know if 1 century works. I guess it does. If I just try like a random letter, will it still work? I don't think that works actually. I don't think 1 century does, or 1 year. But anyway, that's quite useful to know. And just to let you know I said about the inheritance, you can also have it inherit more than one group. So, say you got like moderator here in the next one up, and you wanted to inherit member and guest ones, then you'd put both names. But I don't know if this is, or I don't know, but it's a question I've been asking myself. Say you had moderator and you inherited member, default inherits member. Does moderator inherit both if you just put member? So if any of you guys know, please do help me out. You're helping me and I'm helping you. But there's a ton of commands as you can see here, but they're kind of some of the most basic ones. So thanks for watching, guys. This link and notepad, I'll go ahead and put in both descriptions. If I forget again, you remember, you the usual, go ahead and post a comment and say, Luke, you forgot it out again, or Panda, you forgot it out. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. My name's XElitePandaGames. Like and favourite. Leave a comment if you have any problems, as I say, as usual. But if any of you guys have any suggestions for what I should do for next video, I believe it's going to be Happy Wheels, and then I'm going to do a re-tutorial of how to get a TeamSpeak server, since many people have been saying the link isn't working. But any video ideas or problems or suggestions or questions that I've asked that you know the answers to, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. So like, favourite, and don't forget to subscribe, it's free. And I will see you in my next video.